everyone. This is going to continue the part 2 of our Unit 8, Day 1 notes in statistics. So we've been talking about measures of central tendency. So things like the mean, the median, the mode of the data. All right, so in the last video, we did all of this by hand. Now, in real life, no one's going to do all of this by hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our calculator, and I'm going to show you how to enter the data into the calculator. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Stat and Edit. All right, once I'm in Edit, I'm going to take the numbers. So I had 168. Oh, sorry, we don't add here. Silly me. Enter. 174. Enter. 181. Enter. 195. Enter. 182. All right, so I'm going to enter the data into the calculator. And I always want to double check that I've made my numbers correct. So I'm just going to go back to my screen real quick, and I'm just going to make sure that all my numbers that I typed in are correct. All right, so we have the weights here, and we have these 5 numbers, and I want to find the average. All right, so remember what we did was we would take this, right, the X bar. All right, we'd add up all of our numbers, and we'd divide by the weights of our 5 players. So what we want to do is we just want to use the calculator to help us out, and we want to figure out what this mean is going to be. All right, so now that I have my data, okay, so let's see, let's go back here and let's talk about what we did in the calculator. Let's put some notes on here. All right, so we went from Stat, and then we went to number 1, Edit, right, and we put the numbers in. All right, so now we're going to go back to the calculator. We're going to hit Stat again, but this time we want to go over to Calc. Now we have one variable today. We're talking about the weights. So we're going to go to OneVar Stats. My list is just in L1. I don't have a frequency list. I'm going to calculate that, and it gives me a whole slew of statistics. Okay, so the very first one, the X bar is 180. So we actually know the average weight right there is 180. Now the next one we see is this weird symbol. It looks like a big E. It's a sigma, and it says it's 900. That's actually what the numbers added up to. So if I want to go back here, I know that this was 900, and indeed 900 divided by 5 is 180, and in this case it's pounds. So I used my calculator, but I showed my work, right? Just in case I happened to make a mistake. If I typed one of these numbers in, I'd know that that was where my error was, not that I didn't know how to find an average. Now, if I go back to my calculator for a moment, we're going to talk about a couple of these other numbers, not all of them. The S of X, all right, and this little, the one right below it there, that's also a sigma. Okay. And those are going to give me my standard deviation. We'll talk about those a little bit later. My N is 5. That's the number of values. And right down here, right, it tells us the minimum. We'll talk about all these kind of numbers later. But median, right, we have talked about median. Right there is 181. So this calculator function will also find the median for you. All right, so if I want to, I can put this into a calculator, but this is a relatively small set of data, right? So for me finding the median, all I have to do is put them in order. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, median 3. All right. Now maybe with a different set of numbers, like maybe I do want to put that into a calculator. All right, so let's see if we want to put that in there. Oh, right, so let's see. Let's go back and do this again. Okay, so Stat, Edit. Now remember, our data from the last time is in there. So let's clear that out. So go up to L1, hit Clear, and Enter. All right, so now I'm ready to enter that data again. So let's see, 9, 8, 8, 7, 4, 3, 3, 2, 0, and 0. Okay, so again, we go to Stat, Calc, our one variable stats. We're going to calculate. All right, so there's our average up there. If we wanted to know our average, it is 4.4. If we wanted to add them all up, we know it's 44. If we know how many data values there were, there's 10, just to double check I put them all in there. My median then is 3.5. So my median is 3.5. All right, now again, you can choose whether or not you want to do this by hand or out. It's just maybe this one, all right? So 14, 18, 22, 22, 30, 38. Maybe it's faster for me to do that one. Now this time, notice the median is between these 22s. So the median is 22. All right, find the mode for each distribution. So find the one that appears the most. All right, so right here, we got a 3 and we got a 3. It's definitely 3. All right, let's see on here. We have 2 3s. Then we have a 4 and a 4. Oh, so this is 3 and 4. Okay. Next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means it's no mode. Okay. So let's go back and finish that real quick. Stat edit. When we want to find those statistics again, we want to go to stat. We want to arrow over to calc. We want our one var stats. And then we want to calculate. Okay. All right. So let's see. Number 4. Ronaldo has marks of 75, 82, and 90 on 3 math tests. What mark must he obtain on the next to have an average of exactly 85 for 4 math tests? So now we have an unknown. All right, so when we have an unknown, let's put a variable in there. So let x equal his test score. All right, so we have 75, we have 82, we have 90. We don't know this last one, but we do know we want 4 altogether, and we want an average of 85. All right, so let's cross multiply here. Let's see, so 85 times 4, 340. So 340 equals, now let's add these up. So 75, 82, and 90 is 247 plus x. All right, let's subtract this 247. We get 93. All right, so we're not only to 93 if he wants an 85 average for that quarter. All right, let's talk about number 5. Tom has bowling scores of 206 and 192 on his first 2 games. Way better than my games. What score must he get in his last game to have a mean score of 195? All right, so we don't know. So let B equal his bowling score. All right, so we have his first game was 206. His second game was 192. We need to know the third one, right? Because he's got 3 altogether. So that he gets a score of 195. Okay, so we're going to add 206 and 192. That's going to give me 398. Oh, sorry about that. 398 plus B, and then we're going to multiply, cross multiply, remember, it's over 1. So 195 times 3, there's 585. Subtract this from both sides. And I get 187. All right. So hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day.